Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I thought we would make some lovely little envelopes. Now I haven't made envelopes for ages and I have a few tutorials on them, mainly the little tiny ones. So if I remember I'll pop the links down below. But these ones I am making from the Shabby Book Lovers papers, which are just absolutely perfect for something that's sort of Valentine-y and pretty. So these are sealed with love envelopes because I've sort of like sealed them up with a beautiful little heart. Now I've made these and I've also added the hearts from my Valentine's kits and also the words and phrases. Now they're on offer in the shop at the moment. I think it's 30% off, so if you haven't got them yet, pop over and pick them up where they're on sale. So what I've done, I've just popped a little heart in there and they just open up like that. I've made them so they sort of open so we can have pop something inside. So this one I've made two little pockets like that, or two little tucks really, aren't they? And then these just close in, and for the closure I've just popped a little slit in there and then covered it with a little bit of lace on there. And then this just slides into there like that. This one actually, I popped the little pocket in here, but it's the same height as the little slit like that. So when I do that and I pop that in, this little tab wants to stick into the pocket so it doesn't go in very well. So be aware of the size of pocket you put inside. So that just tucks in, and then to finish it off, so then after Valentine's you can just pop that somewhere else and then you can just have it as a normal envelope. So you can use it, you don't have to use the little hearts, but I just think that looks so pretty. And again, this one I popped two little hearts in this one. These ones I've cut out from the paper and these ones are the ready-made ones. So this just lifts up and then I've just got a lovely bigger pocket in there. I'm just loving these papers. They're just so pretty, aren't they? I haven't overdone it on the decoration because I do want to put these into the journal when I make it. It's either I'm going to make a journal or a folio. I'm not quite sure. I said that last time, didn't I? I ended up making a journal, but I quite fancy making a sort of folio as well. But love them. So I'm going to just show you how I do it. Quite simple. Let's just pop those bits back. I've taken some paper. This is, I think it's 5.5 square, 5.5 inches, I believe. Shall I measure it? So even if you've got some 6x6 papers, you can use those. Yeah, just under 5.5, or what's that? That's 13.5 centimeters. So what I'm going to do, if you've seen the envelopes that I've made before, what we're going to do, we'll take a square, so you can have it any size. Doesn't have to be sort of 5.5. Now let's find my pencil. As long as it's a square, and then what we're going to do, we're just going to sort of like mark that little bit because we want the middle on here. So let's just mark here. So then you end up with like a little cross in the middle there. And what we're going to do, we're going to bring in this edge into the middle. I'm not going to go right into the middle, but I'm going to go level with the line that I made and then just fold that down. Let me just get my bone folder, fold that down, and then we do the other side like that. Pop that in there. So this is nice and level. These are so simple to make and I just love them. And then we take the bottom bit up just a little bit, probably 1/2 inch or something from there. Look, I've got little glue strands already all over me. That's from gluing these on. So let's just fold that up like that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold this bit over just so it's in line with these bits. Let me just pop this in here. Let me just show you. Like that. So this bit I want to fold over so it's in line with the two sides there. So this will come over, fold over. Look at these glue strings. Gosh. just so it's in line with that, so it's straight across. It's probably easier to see with the white underneath. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fold that across, but I am going to cut this piece off because I don't want that piece. I'm going to cut that off, and I'm also just going to round the corners, because if I stick them down so that like actual envelopes, I bend this over and stick it behind, but because I'm opening them out, I want it to be sort of like nice and neat, so that looks nice and neat, doesn't it? And then what I'm going to do is just put this, bend this over, just so it's sort of like in the middle a bit, sort of like that. Let me take that and just fold that down. Perfect. So there's our lovely little envelope. Now I'm going to open this out, and I'm just going to round the corners. So I'm just going to get my corner punch and just round those corners, just so it's nicely finished off. And then these little corner bits like that, I'm going to take my scissors and we're going to just round those off, just so it finishes it off nicely. I'm going to turn it over just so we're coming from the same direction like that, and then you get that nice rounded edge like that. And before, if you're going to just make it into an envelope, you can just glue these down really. Let's just do the top. Nice and round. I have made so many envelopes, especially the little diddy ones, because they're just so lovely in journals. And I forgot about envelopes. You go through phases, don't you, where you sort of like forget about to make things. Where's my rubber? There we go. Let's just take this. I'm just going to rub out that little mark that I put in there. So then these fold in, and then this one folds up, and look at that. How lovely is that? Now I am just going to give it a little bit of an ink just around the edges. And again, all of these things are optional. You could probably even sew around it as well, just to give it another look to it. But I'm not embellishing them too much, because I want them to go into my journal or folio or whatever I'm going to make, and I can always add to them. Do you know what I mean? I can use them like this, and then depending if I'm going to put anything on here, I can add that afterwards, or I might want to stick that to the page. So I'm not going to overdo it. So there we go. Look at that. That's lovely. I'm going to just ink that. Oopsie daisy. So there's our little envelope. Super simple. I'm going to take my little cutting mat. Let's pop the lid on there. Now what I want to do, I want to make a little slit in here. So I'm going to just mark it. So I want to just pop a little dot there and a little dot there. So this bit here is where I need to just cut a little line. So let's just open that out. I'm going to take my ruler. I'm going to take my big knife. I really should get a little one really. And I'm just going to go from that corner to there, not corner, from the dot to the dot. So then we've got like a little slit in there. Oh, is that ink on there? Grubby. So then this just goes down. Oops. And then we'll tuck in there nicely. And that's a really nice little flat closure, if you know what I mean. So let's open this up. And I've got some spare bits of paper from cutting these off. Now this is the roses one, so I might actually put a different one in there. This little rose one is quite nice, isn't it? So what shall I do? Shall I just make a little pocket? I'm going to just mark that there. Take my, oh, I just knocked over my beads. My desk really isn't big enough. These are some little hearts that I've cut out, and I've actually made a little templates. Oh, did you pop over? I did the tutorial yesterday on the little scrap fabric hearts. So I did put some templates, bigger templates, on the Ko-fi and the Facebook group. So I hope you popped along and picked those up. They're just little ones that I made, just pencil ones, but they might come in handy. But these ones I've just cut out as well. So let's just take this. It's quite nice to have little templates, isn't it? I don't really want that as big. Put that back. Which way are we? This way. So then that will just sit in there as a little pocket. Now again, I'm just going to round these corners off just to make it look a little bit pretty, and then I'm going to make a little, just bending it in half so I'm finding the middle, and then I'm just going to take a little snip out the middle, just like that, so we know it's a little pocket, and then just ink that. So these are really super simple and really sort of pretty, aren't they? So again, I just love roses. I think they just look so lovely. Look at that, how lovely and simple. So you can pop a little letter or something in there, a little journal card, a little bit of glue. Oops. Put glue on there. Make sure that folds up and it's not over the little line. Perfect. So we have a little pocket in there, and then this just, oops, these go in, that folds up, and then that will just tuck in there like that. So now we just need to just embellish it a little bit, don't we? So what shall we have? I've got some little hearts. Now it all depends on the size of your slit here. So if this envelope, if this flap comes a little bit lower, then you could have sort of like even a bigger one, a bigger heart or anything in there. Look at that. My love to you. I think I might sort of put like a little double one in there. Look at that. Just looks so pretty. Pop these to the side. Shall I have a little something along here, shall we? Now I've got my lovely box of seam binding. What colour should we have? Should we have pink? That's a bit, I don't know, do you think that's a bit orangey red? I normally go for pink in mine, don't I? So let's go. I like this colour. Should we have a little bit of cheesecloth on there as well? Pop these out of the way. A little bit of cheesecloth on there. I think we shall just wrinkle that up. Put along there. I've got my glue gun to be nice and quick. Take these. Just gonna squash that up a little bit, and I'm going to do a little bow. These are lovely. Nice, pretty little bow. Jessie's down there barking again. Don't know why she's decided to bark a lot lately. I don't know whether it is because she can't hear properly, and she's sort of trying to communicate in a different way, if you know what I mean. But she's not normally a sort of a barky dog. Okay. But we are taking her to Spain at the end of February when we go, so that's going to be an adventure, I am sure. Look at that. That looks so pretty, doesn't it? So let's put that in there. So it normally takes us 9 hours to drive to Spain, to where we're going, but we are going to stay overnight somewhere, probably in Granada or somewhere, because I don't think Jessie will last that long in the car. It's not really fair for her to be too long in the car. So we will have a stop off, I am sure, which will be fun. Now I'm going to, oh, should we put Precious? That's lovely, isn't it? I'm going to hide that in there. Or should I pop that down here? Actually, I might put that in there. So again, these all can be decorated however you like, but I am in a shabby mood lately. So we've got all these lovely little pretties everywhere. But I'm going to leave that one like that. That is just lovely, isn't it? Shall I make another one? Because I do like these. And these can be popped anywhere, can't they? So it's not that is I don't make shabby journals and things like that. So they will definitely be used. Now what we got on the back, I do like that one, so yes. Right, so we start off with a square, and then we'll just mark sort of where the middle is, like that. This is the sort of easiest way to do it. Just go across that line there. So I've just got like a little cross in there. Now we need to work out which is going to be the top. So I think that will probably be the top. So we want to put these in from the side, like that. Pop that one in. Now again, if you've not made envelopes before, actually I'll show you on this one. If you put these in to the middle, then obviously you're going to have a smaller envelope, but you can bring them out to give yourself a longer envelope, a wider envelope. So do sort of like experiment how you want it, if you know what I mean. So if you put it tip to tip, these two pieces, and it's going to be smaller, but you can bring it out a certain distance and have a sort of like a wider envelope. So it all depends. You know, they don't all have to be the same size. So let's just fold the bottom up. Put that down. I'm going to fold this over like that again, so it goes in line with that. We will chop that off and then just round it off. So that's sort of a little lopsided, but that's okay. Then bend this down, so to about there. Perfect. So then we can open this all up again. I'm going to just rub out this little mark there. Don't need that. Round the corners. And then we will just, these little corner bits here, so these bits here, this is where they sort of like overlap. So that's the bits we're sort of cutting off. We're just rounding it off like that. Now you can, if you've got some nice envelopes, you can open them up and trace around them and make yourself a template. So if you've got sort of like longer or bigger envelopes or things like that, so do trace around things and make yourself envelopes. But I think this is just so simple to do. And again, you can make them out of any papers, can't you? Which one? This one. Put There we go. So if you are going to do some nice Valentine ones, I do have the Valentine papers in my shop. There we go. So they are. I don't have that many Valentine papers, but I think I've only got like 4 different Valentine's things, but they are 30% off at the moment. So do pop over and have a look. Don't know whether I quite like doing different themed journals, but maybe not like a Valentine's journal or things like that, if you know what I mean. I think I would prefer just shabby or things like that. I think that's how I like it. Love it. Don't you think they are so pretty? And I just love these lovely little flowers inside. Okay, so what shall we pop in here? We could probably even do like a little side pocket, couldn't we? Shall we pop this little piece in? Which one? Yeah, it's the same on the back or the front. Should I just do like a little side pocket? You could, couldn't I? So let's just measure there. That's what we need. There it is. Shall I do like a doubly pocket, like I did on the other one, so I can put that on top of there, so we've got like a little one there and one there. Shall I round them? Let's just do the smaller one. There we go. What do you reckon? Shall I make a little hole? Shall I do a little bit in the middle? Let's put those two together. I'm going to just eyeball this. I don't know whether I can hold that. There we go. By doing the two together, we know they're sort of in the same place then. Oops. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're okay. We're good for time. Okay. Shall I make a little slit in this first before I stick that in? Right, what we want to do, so that's the bottom. I'm going to take my pencil, so pop a little dot there. Oops, did that dot? And a little dot there. So that goes from there to there. Okay. Take my knife. There we go. That went through. Just rub out that little dot there. Just make sure that that goes in there okay. There we go. Look at that. Just such a simple little closure, isn't it? So I'm going to just stick this down. Either side. Shall these go up? Oops. Right there. I normally do mixed media on a Sunday, which I haven't done for ages, but I've not been in the mixed media mood, if you know what I mean. But I do need to get back into it. Look at that. That's so pretty, isn't it? So look, we've got a little pocket there, and then we've got a little pocket there, so you can pop little hearts in there too. Just gorgeous. So then they're all sort of different, aren't they? So we have, do you think that's a little bit big, isn't it? Where's the ones that I made? That fits in there, and then maybe we could have just a little one. That fit. There we go. I quite like it with the two in there. Oh, shall I put love story on this one? Shall I put love story on there? We could have it so it sort of like sticks there like that, couldn't we? Pop it onto this one. Shall we have a little bit of, shall we find a little bit of grungy cheesecloth in here? A little bit of pink. Or this is a, maybe I'll use a little bit of this. What do you think? Scrunch up this piece. A little bit of that, maybe a little bit of this pink. There we go, lovely. Okay. A little bit of blue. Scrunch that down. A little bit more. Oops. Put that on. Just stick that, so there we go. Just pops up just a little bit. I think that should be okay. Pop that in the back. I think I might, I've got these little, these are little self-adhesive ones like this. And I've also got some little ones, I don't know what I've done with those, but I think I quite like these, but I take them off. I don't like the self-adhesive one bits. I don't think they stick very well, so I'd rather glue them down. But I think I'm going to do another one like this because I really like that. I think that looks really nice. So what shall we have? Shall we have, let's see if I've got a little bit of lace in here. Got this lovely pink lace like I did on the other one, which I think I might do again because then they all sort of like match really well, don't they? Shall I just chop that? I'm going to have it so it comes out this way, I think, just like that. Pop that on, sort of even, a little bit wonky. There we go. Little bit of glue just on the line. Just obviously don't glue your little flap down, but just underneath like that, and then we can pop some little bits. Now I did have my little, here we go, my little tool for picking up the beads, not the beads, the little gems. Stick one of these little pink ones. So there's self-adhesive on there. If I left the self-adhesive and stuck it on, it would probably come off, but you can't get them off for anything else. They stick down like crazy, don't they? So let's just pop. Oops. Now I think I might have to use my tweezers for these, because look, they've stuck down to my little bead thingy-majig. Pick up. Come on, there we go. Pop that on there. Make sure it's stuck down. Like that. just make it so it looks like sort of half a flower on there. And these are going to drive me nuts trying to get these off here. Okay. By the time I get these sorted out, my glue's going to have dried. So not the best thing to pick up. Oh, maybe if I do it like that. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Stick that on. Now, I'm not going to bother with. Look, they're all stuck onto the bottom. Let me just take it off these. I really do prefer the loose gems on these than the sticky ones. I bought these the other day, and they were like €1 a pack, and now I know why, because they're just a nightmare. Okay, let's see how we get on. See if I can pick those up. So look, they've just got that tiny bit of glue stuck on there. But it's worth it in the end because I think they look really pretty, don't they? Let's pop a little bit there. Oopsie daisy. There we go. Not something that you want to play with if you want to do a quick little project. I'm going to pop that on there. Let's try and get it ready. A little bit of glue. Come on, up you come. There we go. Perfect. Oh, it does look lovely, doesn't it? Look at that. That's just beautiful. Love it. So, these are finished, aren't they? So I just think that's beautiful. I love them. So I have got 4, so I might carry on and make just some envelopes without the actual hearts in them, just like that. So that looks pretty like that. So you obviously you don't have to have the hearts in there, but aren't they just lovely? But these are just finish them off perfect. Love story. So there we go, guys. Some beautiful hearts envelopes, super simple. Let me just get rid of this here. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you, I did print this off onto some vellum, which just looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it? So I'm going to be popping those in the journal, folio, or whatever I'm going to make, but they are lovely. So there we go, guys. That's a nice little project, little envelopes which are sealed with love, and I'm loving them. So there we are, guys. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Stay safe, take care, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye bye.